man. Feels good, Muhammad. Great rise, more brother. Oh man, it was cold today. Test, 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 test. We good? Cool. Okay. So as you guys can see, right, we really only have about 4 or 5 pairs to look at for today. We could go back and overview and go look at the at how the other pairs moved, right? So AU, we were looking for price to go down, perfect, it moved down. Literally during Asia session around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm sorry, 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Right? This entire time where prices move forward, rejected the highs, and then just started pushing down. Broke over the low that we were looking for, broke below the 30-minute zone that we were looking for as well. So it's perfect, right? This is setting up for us for the ending of this week, right? Today's already Thursday. Friday, usually I don't trade Fridays, so this is setting up for us for next week. It's looking good. Um, Euro AUD did the move early as well, around 11 p.m., 12 a.m. Did STP already, so right back to the top, right? We still haven't broken above the high, we still haven't broken below the low. We're just still consolidating, right? Rejecting the highs, rejecting the lows, rejecting the highs, reject the lows. Where we're at now, still rejecting the highs. We still haven't gotten a clean break of structure. So EA, we still gotta wait for that. ECAD, let's see. ECAD broke below the lows, right? As we can see, broke below the lows, gave a little pullback, and then went right back down, right? STP for the day was already hit. We're still trading between the lows and the highs. Gonna wait where price wants to. Gonna wait to see where price wants to go. EU moving counter, but it's as expected, right? Remember my drawing for where I think price is gonna pull back to is around this area here, right? So far so good. We just gotta wait for those pullbacks to happen, right? We had a day of drop yesterday. Today, if price finishes at the lows, then it'll be 2 days of drop. We'll be expecting another low tomorrow. GU moving counter as well, so there's nothing here for us. We just gotta wait for price to start breaking the highs, give us a change of character and a break of structure for us to continue to push to the top side. Price was consolidating, right? Yesterday, the entire day until Asia session, London session today. We broke below the lows. We're right back to the top, right? STP for the day was already hit on GU, so we're gonna skip over it. USD CAD going up, right? We're still rejecting the highs, reject the lows, reject the highs, reject the lows to where we're at now, reject the highs, right? We're still in the zone of consolidation. We gotta wait for price to either break below these lows to continue the downtrend push to the 30-minute low, or for price to break above the 30-minute and the 4-hour high to continue the uptrend push, right? And we know that right now we're in the middle of consolidation in V2, looking for that push number 3 to be made. USD CAD, we're just gonna have to wait it out. And then gold, as you can see, is just simple, right? Price was continue to push to the top side, already hit STP, reached the 30-minute high, waiting to see what price wants to do up here. Right, so then for the pairs that we have left, right, CHF JPY, we're just in the middle of the trend, right, in the middle of the zone, I'm sorry. Right, so we still gotta wait it out, see what price wants to do. We're just moving sideways. GCAD, same thing, rejected the lows, reject the highs, reject the lows, reject the highs, reject the lows to where we're at now. Looking like it's rejecting the highs again. We're in the middle of that zone, so again, not the best place to take a trade. GJ, same exact thing. We're in the middle of the zone, reject the highs, reject the highs, reject the highs, reject the highs, went down, reject the lows to where we're at in the middle now. Right, rejected these highs of the break twice, then went down, rejected the lows for the day, right, of the structure. So we're still just trading to see what zone wants to get broken. Oh, sorry guys, I'm tired today. Right, so GJ is not in the best place to trade either. US 30 just moving sideways. This is gonna, it looks like US 30 is gonna be the best trade to look at for today. Um, so let's see what happens. And then Bitcoin rejected the lows, went low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low retest, right? Rejected the 30-minute low and then started pushing up again. So we'll see what we could catch later on in the session. It's still early. Let's take a look. I know we have news today, right? 8:30 we have news and 10 a.m. we have news. So today's gonna be an early day for me, right? If nothing happens by, I'll see like in about an hour, then I'll be done for today, and I'll probably, I'll let you guys know later on in the day if I'll have a stream tomorrow morning, a live trading session or not. Alright. Any other questions? Any pairs you guys want me to go over? Let me know. If not, we'll just be waiting here, waiting for these four pairs that we have for today. Hmm. The funded traders pausing operations. Skilled funded traders has been suspended. Oh, from profit match. Bless you, Tiger. Bless you, Tiger. Bless you. Give me a second. Alright. So let's update what we see. Right. So right now we know that price is just consolidating. Right. So we could be expecting type 1, type 2, or type 3 type of situations today. Right. Either or we'll get one. Right. And again, what does that mean? Where price consolidates throughout Asia London session. Right. we're either gonna get a type 1. Shit, that was horrible drawing. Right, where we consolidate, price could break, red then go down, or price consolidates and then just goes straight down, or price consolidates, comes back 50% and then goes down. Right, or vice versa. This could happen just inverted. Right, this could happen in a uptrend. Right, price consolidates, goes down, gives us a double bottom instead of a double top. Right, and it looks something like this: consolidation, break, double bottom, push 1, push 2, push 3, consolidation, right, break 2, 3, or consolidation, break, come back to go. Right, so either way, this is what we're looking for today. We're looking for one of those three patterns. How many pips we did on GJ? I'll be right back one more time. Give me a second. Yo, real quick, I'm gonna check some things on AU real quick. That's the thing is that AU is a pair that moves a lot during Asia session, right? Going into ending of Asia, going into London. Can it move during Asia session? Yeah, absolutely, right? But for the most part, 9 out of 10 times, like literally, I just wanted to see if we had any opportunity. Like, did I miss any real opportunities this month on AU? Because I feel like this is the only pair that I don't trade, right? And I said that, and I went back, to just the beginning of March. I just wanted to see it in a month-to-month basis. And the first day of March, I took a trade on this pair. So it was like, damn. I was like, okay, so I do take trades on this. It's just not as many trades as I would like. Um, but none of these days were meant for us. Like literally, if we go back, right? That's what I want to do. That one of these days, I might do that on Saturday. Or I can't. I forgot about that. This weekend there's probably not gonna be a Sunday session. I'm moving into a new house. I just don't know if I'm not 100% sure if the move-in day is on the 30th or the 31st. So if the move-in is on the 30th, I mean I definitely won't have a stream on Sunday. I'm not gonna have everything moved in one day. Um, so yeah, we're gonna have to we'll see. We'll see. Cause I don't even know like about the internet situation too, right? I have to call the internet provider and then they have to come, go to the new house. We got to figure out where we're gonna put the internet box, what room I'm gonna be. So I'm definitely not gonna have. There's no way I'll have that done in on just one day. So I'll try to get everything done by Sunday, so then Monday I could come back to normal and I could just do what do what we gotta do. Um, but anyway, yeah. So we really haven't missed any opportunities on AU, right? The only real opportunity we had was that Monday, the first day of March on Monday, and simple internal, right? Break of structure, right? Pullback, and it was a pullback into an engulfing candle, and we had two engulfing candles, right? One in the 30, one in the 15, right? And two entries to go down. So after that, right? I don't trade going counter. So after that, price went straight up for a couple days, right? When price went down here, it started to move during Asia session. So already by the time that we were awake, ADR and STP was already done. The next day there is news, which we don't trade that because of this, right? And again, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not gonna say his name again on the stream, but we'll never forget that date, man. Anyway, we don't trade during news, so this day there was no trades. This day went counter. This day moved during Asia session. We had days where price wasn't moving at all. We had no nuts. Price moved during Asia session. Price did ADR during Asia session, London session, and then NYC had news, right? That 8 o'clock or the 2 o'clock news for FOMC. Then again, Asia session, London session, Asia session, Asia session, consolidated all day. Oh, this is where we're at for the last 3 days. There we go. So looking at it like that, I was like, damn, this pair really doesn't give us an opportunity. And then when it moves, it's again is the times that it moves: Asia session, London session. So I'll probably have to. I'll probably do this by next week, but we'll probably have to vault this pair and find something else to trade. I'll do that homework in the next couple weeks. right? Because I want to start trading things that I could, like, start trading pairs that we could trade here during NYC. Or we have pairs for NYC, but fuck, they also just been moving for the last like 2 3 months. They've been moving all at the same time, so we'll see. I'll try to find the pair. We'll probably, instead of just taking it out, we'll probably just add it to the list. And my April is gonna be, well, my next few months are gonna be super busy. That I started doing that other trading course, trading regular stocks, and yesterday was fun. Right after we were done here, the good thing about trading those regular stocks, right, is that I could do this usually, how I've been doing it for the last 4 years, where I wake up early in the morning, trade, right? I'm done trading by 10:30, 11 o'clock, depends on, STP, whether the price moved, all of that. Regular stocks don't open till 9:30. So for the most part, right, if you're that's what I'm trying to figure out now, right, is the timing. And I'll give you guys the example, because I'm trading it the same way, so it's nothing crazy. Like, I'm literally trading the exact same way. Um, you know, these stocks only move from 9:30 to 5, right? It's not 24 hours, so I'm not gonna be looking at it in a 30-minute time frame, because in a 30-minute time frame, it looks crazy. There's only a few candles, right? Number one, that there's only a few candles. All these day open with gaps, right? They're not too big of moves to be looking at them in the 30-minute time. There's not enough data in the 30-minute time frame. When we go to the 5-minute, then you start like, oh shit, this looks just like a regular, like a Forex market chart. So I'm trading it the exact same way, right? The only thing too is everything else that we use in Forex, which is, market maker's pattern, overall time frame, um, connecting the external structure with the internal structure, right? When you go from the daily to the 4 hour to the 30-minute, you can't really do that on here, right? Especially for charts that are, we could say brand new, right? Or don't have enough data. So like Nvidia is a perfect chart because, not only is price at the thousands, right? 900 and at the thousands, there's a lot of data that goes on with Nvidia. So like pairs that are big, Tesla's another one that I've been marking Tesla for a while now. If you guys, been for a minute, I've been looking at Tesla's chart for like a year and a half. Um, so me learning how to trade this too is not something just out of the blue. It's something I've been wanting to do, but I wanted to learn one at a time. So this is gonna be interesting. It could be just like a little fun thing to do too, cause like I don't know this. I'm not 100%. Again, I just started this ship maybe 2 days ago, so I might be talking out of my ass. But it feels like this is a lot more news driven, right? Event driven, media driven, more than anything else. Um, so that's another thing. Like, time sessions, is that a thing on here, right? Because at least in what we do, we have the Asia session, we have London session, we have NYC session. We know when the volume is gonna come in, right? We have an idea as to when volume is gonna come in. I feel like you don't really know that in this. Is that, I don't know, is that a thing on here? Is it the same way, right? Excluding Asia and London session. Like, how does it work during NYC? Like 9:30, is it always gonna be the most volatile? 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock before the market closes, is that when is the most volatile? Because that's what it looks like. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm trading it the exact same way, which is, I mean, it's better for me, right? Because then I'll be able to catch on quicker. I just have to learn, I guess, the different ways that the market moves. But when it comes to actually trading and executing, if I could use the same rules and we could be looking at the same thing, then I'm golden, right? Especially when you start looking at these trades here in the last 3 days, right? They've been since I started this week, they've been real trades. I've been active on the chart. 9:30, I was here. Boom. Right, beautiful entry and exit. Looking at everything that we use, right? Engulfing candles, change of character, break of structure, um, STP, right? Everything was we held the lows, rejected the holes, rejected the lows, had an exhaustion red candle that closed right back up before the engulfing green to take off, right? And then in the lower time frame, everything connects, right? Because I'm trading this, you can see it in the 30-minute time frame because Nvidia's, like I said, is a big chart. But if you go to the 1 minute and the 5 minute where you're really looking at structure, you see it everything. Lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher low, right? This wasn't a real break of structure, right? But price did what? It went down, rejected the lows. We had an engulfing candle, retest, right? Went up, gave us a break of structure here. Little retest of the next green candle before the push off, before the take off. And the 5 minute looked clean too, right? What do we know when we're looking for third push? EMA pushes. So that's another thing. Could we use the same EMAs and kind of apply the same rules? So we'll see. It's fun to me mark this actually. So price held the lows. We know that this is the high of the structure that we're looking at. We can see that price is rejecting that. Do we have any engulfing candles? Right. Do not. The 30-minute looks like we could have one. Right, red, red, green. Only thing I don't like is that the red candle, exhaustion candle. Right, it has a big bottom wick, and it didn't close below the first wick, so I'm not gonna count that as an engulfing candle. Nothing in the 15, nothing in the 5 minutes, so I'm not gonna really check the one. What I would like to check the one is just to look at internal structure, lower low, lower high, lower low. We have a change of character. So if we do end up getting, right, if price, let's say price consolidates, right, for a little bit more, we're trading between in the internal structure between that low and this high. We know that if price breaks above these highs and gives us a retest, we could get in those trades to go up, right? We already have a change of character, so that's perfect. After the change of character is a break of structure. If we get that break, that's the confirmation to continue, right? If we don't get that break and price continues to go down, right, and we hold these lows again, if we get an engulfing candle, right, something like this, the only thing is this green candle doesn't have a bottom wick. If we could get another engulfing candle down here, we'll get that retest to continue to push to the top side. Or price could just, go back down, right? But either way, we just gotta wait for it. So this is gonna be interesting. It's an interesting hobby to get into when you're looking at charts like that too, right? Because that also is gonna help me in this regular trading too, right? Because if I'm doing everything in the 5 minute and the 1 minute, same thing here. It's just a lot more moves. That's why, like, I don't wanna. Nah, I'm not gonna say that because it's gonna confuse everybody. Never mind. Do not look at the 5 minute or the 1 minute. That is not a good idea. You're gonna get faked out. You're gonna think price is gonna go up and that shit is gonna go right back down. Do not, do not look at the 1 minute or the 5 minute. All right, so let's go. Let's take a step back. Let's look at the charts, right? So CHFJPY, we're still trading lower low, lower high, lower low, right? We know that overall daily time frame, right? Where are we? Right now we're still trading in peak high territory, meaning that we're in the highest point in the market makers pattern, right? We have push one, we gotta zoom all the way out, right? We have push one, first zone, push two, second zone, push three to where we're at now, right? In this push three, just like every other pair right now that's in this type of situation, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, where we're at now, higher high, right? Right now, price is making that decision. Are we going to make a higher low? Is price going to continue to go down, right? If price makes a higher low, right, where am I expecting that pullback? I'm expecting that pullback somewhere here. Could price continue to go down and go into the daily low? Absolutely, right? They could use this as a daily low, could give us a double bottom if price holds here to continue to push to the top side, right? And they could do that here as well. So at this moment, we're just waiting to see what price is gonna do, right? On another note, not only are we still in higher high, higher low, higher high, and we could just be on that pullback going down before price goes up, right? But we're also in the middle of the daily high and the daily low. So because price is in the middle of that zone, this is where, again, the market makers, they collect contracts. They're going to make everybody believe, right, that if we start looking at the structure like this in the daily time frame and we zoom in, right, all the people that are still trading lower low, lower high, lower low, right, and we got a break of these lows, how many people do you think are still in these trades to go short, right? So if we go down to a lower time frame, right, let's think about that. If we go down to the 4 hour, we know that we're still in high. Zoom out a little bit. Let's confirm, right? We have this high and this low, and this high, right? This low breaks. Let's change this to blue, right? So this low breaks gives us this low and this high. This high breaks here. So now we know that we're in a zone of consolidation here at the top, right? When this high breaks, gives us this low, gives us this high, right? I'm not gonna count any of these as breaks because they were just wicks, right? All of these were wicks. So then here at the bottom, again, higher high, higher low, we know that this low broke here, right? Which then gave us this high, the last green candle before the push down, and this low to where we're at now, right? And now this low, we got the change of character, and now we're looking to see, all right, is price in the 4 hour going to give us this break of structure? And right now, this is the only red candle that went below the zone. This is not a break of structure. This is a testing candle. If the next candle would have been a red candle that closed below the first candle's wick, that would have been the break of structure, and this would have been the retest for price to continue to go down, right? So think about that. How many people do you think are in this trade right now going short? Not only that, in the 30-minute, right, we have lower low, lower high, lower low, and right now we're in the middle of that 30-minute high and the 30-minute low. So there's just a lot of traders right now trapped in this zone, right? There's a lot of these traders in the 30-minute time frame who think this is low, high, higher low, right? Higher high, and this is just a retest. How many people do you think are going short? We just talked about that, right? How many people now do you think are going long because they think this is the double bottom, this is the bottom of that double bottom, and they're gonna do this, and it's gonna be the holy grail for price to continue to go up and up and up and up, right? Just think about how many traders are in these positions going both ways. This is why I do not trade the middle of a zone, right? And I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll explain it again as best as I can, but that's the best way I can explain it, right? When you start connecting the dots of the external view and the internal view, and you start connecting the dots like, okay, if I see an, right, this is all about back testing, right? Let's say you see your entry, right? You have you see your trading plan right now, but you don't know that you're in the middle of a zone. So like, just to use the example, you see an engulfing candle, boom, you get in right now, and it doesn't work out. You're gonna blame it on, I'm not saying you personally, right? I'm just saying in general, guys, right? You're gonna blame it on, oh, this is a game of probabilities, right? Instead of doing the back test and saying, okay, hold on, this doesn't work here because of this, right? When you start thinking of trading like coding and you start programming that into your head that there is a reason why you're losing, you just gotta focus the fuck up and do the work that you need to do to figure it out. That's when the game is gonna change. Everything. Your view of trading is gonna change. The discipline is gonna be even better, right? Because now you have an understanding as to why you're winning. Right now is not only like, oh, I want to trade because my trading plan is really good, right? And then when you lose, oh, but I thought your trading plan was really good. Oh yeah, but probabilities, right? So Now that you have a real reason as to why you're winning and you have a real reason as to why you're losing, what starts happening, right? You start losing less, you start winning more. It's as simple as that. It really is. I don't know how else to explain that. So, because of this reasons, this is why I'm not looking to take a trade on here, right? There's there's a whole bunch of other reasons, right? We have 4 days of drop. We know that on the second day we had a gap. We talked about this yesterday. Reset the trend to where we're at now, right? We know that we're still reaching. Let's uh let's start deleting a lot of these drawings. Wait, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I don't want to confuse myself with all these colors on the screen. Okay, so not only are we in peak high territory, right? We're at the end of the month. We can see that price right now is gonna give us that monthly drop. We're just gonna wait for next week to update this. Right, in the weekly view, we can still see that we're making lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. We're waiting to confirm what price wants to do. We're on the 800 EMA. Price did start trending below the 800 EMA as well. So, yeah, even though we're in peak high territory, right, could price continue to go up? Absolutely. So what are we going to wait for? Before I even enter a trade on CHF what I'm going to wait for is an external change of character, right? Either side, right? What I mean by that, right? Again, we know that we're trading between this high and this low. What I'm going to wait for, if I'm looking for price to go short, I'm exclusively looking for price to give me that change of character before I even start considering taking entries, right? Or vice versa. Right now we're still lower low, lower high, lower low, right? If price starts giving us lower high, higher low, higher high, right? Then I'll start taking these trades in the higher lows going into the higher highs again, right? I hope that makes sense. It's the only way I'll start taking trades. I need to see that change of character first. Without that, there's nothing I could do. Without the change of character breakup structure, there's nothing I could do. So, CHFJPY, we're going to keep it on just because there's really no other pair to look at, and this one is still consolidating. We could keep it simple. I mean, we'll do the Roger Bank special, which is price is consolidating. You're looking for either the break of the highs for the day to continue that push to the top side, or you're looking for the break of the lows, right? Whichever side we get, it's perfect. We have internal, right? We have an imbalance here at the bottom side that we know price is going to want to come back down to. If price does that, we could tap into the 30-minute lows to continue the push to the top side, right? Or we could break to the top side. We have clean imbalance here on the left hand side. We could go straight up to the 30-minute high, and then price is going to make that decision. Again, same thing. Price is either going to give us a double top to go down, or price is going to break the highs, retest to continue the push to the top side. GCAD, same thing, right? I'm not gonna go that deep into every single pair, right? Especially if they're the same thing, right? Price is consolidating in the middle of a zone. We're waiting for a break of the high or break of the lows, and waiting to see what price is gonna do, right? Overall, GCAD, we are gonna look at that. We're in an uptrend, right? But where are we in that uptrend? We're at the top of consolidation. So, number one, am I looking for price when I'm looking for longs, right? I'll explain this again as I do every stream. When you're looking to go long, are you looking to go long in the higher lows, or are you looking to go long in the higher highs? Right? As simple as that. Where are we right now on the top of the trend? We're in the higher high. So what am I looking for? Okay, cool. Let's say price, this is the pullback that price gives us and goes up. Okay, cool. We're looking at this in a daily zone. We could get in on that push, right? On these pushes, we could get in the internal view. Not only that, though, we'll have a real confirmation when price breaks these highs for price to continue to go up. That's perfect, right? And if price does vice versa and goes down, it is what it is. I don't trade counter. We'll wait for price to go back down into our daily lows or the bottom of consolidation, and we'll take these safety trades to go into the top side, right? We'll let price do what it has to do, and then we will wait for the opportunity to enter when it's our time. So with that being said, right, we'll wait for price to break these highs. If price breaks these highs, we know we have clean traffic left hand side up to the top for a few pips, right, until we get to the 800 EMA. GJ, same thing. Where are we? Middle of the zone. Price consolidating, rejecting the lows, rejecting the highs, reject the lows, reject the highs, right? Multiple times. And same thing in the middle. Same thing we were explaining yesterday in last night's session, right? In the middle of a zone, they're gonna make everybody believe that they're the best trader in the world, right? They're gonna have the double top traders thinking that this is a double top and this is the retest, right? They're gonna have the triple top people thinking that this is a triple top to go down. They're gonna make believe that the double bottom people that this is a double bottom and they're waiting for this. You, they're gonna make the shoulder head shoulder patterns in the internal structure. Let's start deleting because I'm running out of space. Sorry guys. Right? They're gonna make the shoulder head shoulder people in the internal structure believe that this is the retest. Who's right, who's wrong in this situation is a gamble. Right? So again, you understand your trading strategy, your trading strategy, right? You understand where you're at in the overall structure of the zone. So you understand that this is not where you're not going to look for an opportunity to enter here. There's just no way. It doesn't make sense. There's too much room for error to be making here. So you take a step back, you don't trade. It's as simple as that, guys. It really is. Right? Once they get out of the zone, once they start making the real moves, then you start looking for your entry, and then you start winning every single trade you take. And that one trade you lose, why'd you lose it? Figure it out. Was it a mistake on your part? Where were you? Right? What did you miss? Clean that up. Don't make the same mistake again. Right? But at this point, I am going to change the highs, right, just for the wicks. We're still looking for the same highs and the same lows to be broken. So, gonna see what price is gonna want to do. Right? Understanding that we did have 2 weeks of rise, but understanding that this is the same situation as GCAT in peak high territory. So because we're in peak high territory, I'm not looking for trends, right? Continuations, decontinuations could be fake continuations, right? But we're looking for the confirmation. We're already on Thursday. We can see that price hasn't really broken the trend of the week anyway, which price had just been consolidating the entire time. So for example, if yesterday we would have broken above these highs, then maybe Thursday, Friday we would have seen these highs being broken, right, to get a new weekly high. But the fact that price did not do that and it did vice versa, it broke below and we went right back to the 30-minute lows. There's just not enough room in one day, right? There's not enough room in one day to do 236 pips, right? On a pair that has 132 pips in a day, right, for ADR now, right? What we can do is look at the news that we have for the rest of the week on GBP, JPY, right? Today, do we have any JPY, GBP news? Tonight at 7:30, and then tomorrow is a bank holiday for GBP. So there's just no way we're gonna get. We already know why the price is moving like this week, right? Not only is it a bank holiday on Friday, but it's also the end of the month. That's it. So price is just gonna consolidate for the rest of this week. Now next week, right? This next week coming up, we should have really good moves on GJ, and we're gonna get those moves really early. Because the amount of pips that GJ normally does in a week, the fact that GJ is just moving sideways this entire week, right? We already know 2 things. In the market, right, we know one thing. We know a lot of things. That's not what I needed to say. What was the phrase I needed to say? Who knows? We know that there's 2 phases in the market, right? There's trending and there's consolidating. Price gave us the change of character and it trended all the way down, right, and gave us a lower low. What are we expecting? Either price to give us a lower high, right, to continue to go down, or we're looking for price to do what? Consolidate. So could GJ just be using this zone of consolidation again to collect contracts the same way as collecting contracts on the people going counter trend and then go down, right? That's what I'm expecting GJ to do, right? So let's see what it does. We're in peak high territory. I would love to see a change of character already so we can start going down, right? On GJ, you guys remember there was a gap here at the top of the zone that it already filled. So I'm no longer looking for GJ to continue this trend to the top side, right? So we'll see what happens. In the 4 hour, right, in the daily and the 4 hour, we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So we just got to be patient, wait it out. If it gives us that internal confirmation that price is going to start going down, then perfect, right? We'll wait for those trends to change, and then we'll start entering those trades. US 30, we're still, right, we're still just at the top of the zones. You have 30-minute high, daily high, and the 4 hour high here. Right now, we're just at the top of it. We have 2 days of rise. Today being the third day, we still haven't gotten that high, but we open with a gap, resets the trends. So let's see. There's really not, we got not much really to say here. Price is moving sideways. See if we get some clean move. Bitcoin is moving good too. Right, yesterday gave us a clean push to the bottom side, right back down to the 30-minute lows, rejected the lows, and then started going up. Right, so again, we're right back at the highs again, waiting to see what price wants to do. Right, either way, we know that we're trading higher high, higher low in the internal view, right? Higher high, and then price gave us lower low. Right, price held these highs with the volume that came in, and then gave us a lower low again. So technically, we are trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low, and right now we're reaching that high. So when we're really looking at it in that point of view, we could see, okay, price just most likely wants to, it wants to cover up the imbalance that it made yesterday, right, which is all of this, and you can see that price reach that level again. So let's see, do we have any internal gaps that I might have missed that price might want to go to? Ah, shit. Let's see. Nah, it doesn't look like it. So we'll see what price wants to do. Oh man. God. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, change of character, higher, low, higher, high. And this is a clean break, technically. Right, the first green candle closed above. Right, the next green candle did not touch the zone. It went up, gave us a small wick to the bottom side, went up, closed above the first candle, then price went up. Right, the price pushing up here in the internal structure gave us an imbalance. Right, internal view, we have low, high, low, high, low, high, break, break, break. I'm still trading between these lows here. But could price give us this pullback? Yes. Right, for price to continue to go up. Then USD CAD identical, looks literally the exact same. Right, internal view, we have this breaks, we're gonna get a pullback within the zone, and that's exactly where we're at. Big zone that I drew there, but it's okay. Could have been a better zone. So but USD CAD already gave us TP for the day. time's the news up? 8:30. Okay. I mean, it's the only USD pair that we have. Alright. CAD news too, right? Guess we'll focus on GCAD. These JPY GBP pairs, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do nothing crazy with them at this point during NYC. No bottom work on that green candle, so that engulfing is not real. So I'm gonna go ahead and just turn off the GBP pairs for now. We're just in the middle of that trade. We're gonna start focusing on just little as pairs as possible now that we're getting into that crunch time of 8 o'clock. So we'll just focus on Bitcoin and US 30 for the day. And not ideal, not the ideal pairs to trade, because again, these are very lot of volume, very technical, very sketchy, right? You definitely need to, as everybody says, right, you need to graduate to these pairs. But we'll keep an eye on them, and that's it. Again, unless you guys have any other pairs you guys want me to go over, anything that's not on my list, it doesn't have to be on my list. Let me know, and I'll go over them and see what we could find. If not, we'll just be focusing on US 30 and Bitcoin for the rest of this live session. We have USD news coming in a few minutes here. Definitely just gonna be waiting for that to hit, and then we'll do the rest. US 30 is gonna be interesting though, man, because every time frame had an engulfing green candle. Every time frame, right? But the thing is this: understanding that we're at the top of the zone, right? It's again higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Where are we right now? We're in the higher high, right? I'm not gonna get into a trade going long in a higher high. I'd rather get in on a higher low, right? These 30-minute highs, 4-hour highs, daily highs are already tapped into. Price came back up, right? Why did we know price was gonna come back up again? We have imbalance all the way on the top side, or on the left hand side. We had the gap, right? All of this. We knew that price is gonna want to come up and fill it. Now that price already filled it, it gave us an imbalance going up, right? And it opened the day today with a gap. So I'm thinking that, well, what I was banking on, right, was that price wasn't gonna fill this gap up until NYC session, until 9:30. It did it a little bit earlier. That's a horrible, horrible box. So this one is just to keep it simple. Like, what am I looking for in real time? Is I'm looking for these highs here to be broken, not these internal highs, right? These internal highs, as you can see, right, it could work, right, for a few pips, especially on US 30. It's a big pair. Even these small moves, they pay out, right? But that's not what I'm looking for, right? We know STP is 243 pips. I'm going for 243 pips, right? So what does that mean? I'm going with the trend. I'm not trying to go against the trend, right? If we go against the trend, yeah, we can get a few pips, right? On a regular trading pair, on a regular currency pair, we could go for 50, 40, 30 pips. But when we're looking at, US 30, we're looking at gold, we're looking at even GJ moves 130 pips, right? When we're looking at big pairs, right, S&P, Bitcoin, when we're looking at those big pairs that move 100, 200, 300 pips, Why are we gonna try to go for just the small move for the day when we know we could catch a full move, right? Again, if we go with the trend, right? So that's the that's the idea behind these US 30 trades, right? I'm not looking for just a small pullback. I'm not looking for just what could we get right now, Nice. What could we trade? What could really pay us out? So we know that we have these 30-minute highs. At this moment, we could use this low as leverage, right? Meaning we could use these lows to get one entry here, and then if price breaks these lows, we know that we could get another entry here to continue the downtrend push to the bottom, and if we recalculate STP, which I'm pretty sure it's a few pips off, right? Let's say the price goes up to here, 243, we know we could take profit somewhere in the zone, right? So we'll see what price wants to do. And if price wants to continue to go up, it's all good, right? Again, I'm not looking to trade going long in a higher high. If price goes up, right, it's gonna do two things, right? It's either gonna reject the highs and continue to go down, right, going into tomorrow, into next week, right, or price is gonna break retest to continue to go up. This is the only way I'll take a trade at the high of the zone is if we break above the zone. If we're still below the zone, I'm not taking that trade. There's no way. It doesn't make any sense. So we'll wait it out. We'll see what price does here in the next couple minutes, and then we'll go on from there. Give me 1 second, guys. Yo, do you know what's considered futures trading? What is that? Am I lost? Like, what is a futures trading? They gotta do that shit on purpose. They gotta do that shit on purpose. My bad. Like I don't like people are talking about like, oh, futures trading, futures trading. Like what the fuck is a futures trading? Like what pairs or what what stocks are considered futures? You know what I mean? Like mesh 22. What the hell is a mesh 22? Let's look that up. Hold on. I don't know. Futures like contracts, right? Like NQ, but I have no clue. EE mini NAS. Is that what that is? So like, wait, is US 30? No, because US 30 S&P, like US 30 S&P 500 is that's not futures, but NASA's, or is it just because the contract is like mini? Hmm. There's natural gas too. Yeah, I know there's natural gas, but I didn't know that's also considered. I didn't know that's what that was considered futures. Oh, TradingView, you could click into the things and that's I forgot about that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, like oil for example. I trade oil too, but I trade US oil. I'm pretty sure crude oil is the same, right? Whatever. Um, the nifty banks, okay. Like Nasdaq, S&P 500, minis are considered futures. Gold is considered a future too. Okay, I guess. I'm about to start trading bonds, man. US 30 is considered a bond, no? Let me see. Yeah, US 30 is considered a bond. US 30, yeah, okay. I don't know. That shit is confusing. Anyway, why'd I ask that question? I don't know. There was something I was thinking about, and now I have no clue what it was. CHFJPY is a very good one. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. That's one that I had on my list. That's the one that we usually have on our list here, but you know, I was going over that today, this morning, before we turned it off. It's not really in the best place right now to take a trade, right? Right now, and I'll give you the example, right? And I'll give you the example while giving you the question, right? Asking you the question, sorry, which is you're looking at CHFJPY. What direction are you looking to trade? Are you looking for shorts or long on CHFJPY? Longs? Okay. Mohammed, you were here when I gave the example. You see how it's hitting everybody's analysis, right? All the people going short is hitting everybody short, and the people who see it going long see it going long. Which again, there's nothing wrong with it, right? The situation is this, well, right? The example and what I was explaining earlier, right, is that overall, right, where are we in this on CHFJPY? We're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market, right? Right now, there is no confirmation that price is gonna turn around and continue to go down. But right now, what do we see is we do see lower low, lower high, and we're in that lower low. Now, in the external view, right, which is what we have drawn out, which we could see in the external view, which we do see higher high, higher low, higher high. This could just be the pullback to retest these lows here to make a higher low, right? But the situation is this, right? A higher low is what? A higher low is just higher than the previous low. Could price continue going down to this point and give us a higher low here to continue to go up? Yes, right? The same way it could do it here. But right now, there's just no confirmation. There's zero confirmation that price is going to continue to go up, right? Vice versa, there is a little bit of confirmation saying that price is still willing to go down. And it was with this break of structure below the 800 EMA. So could this little pullback that we have here, right? I know I have a lot on the screen, but I'm trying to just go from the higher time frame to the lower time frame so you could kind of, put the pieces of the puzzle together as to why I personally don't take these trades, right? Because what we were giving the example of earlier is this is an example of what would be considered a probabilities trade, right? This is a trade where today, if you take this trade, you could win today. But if you take the same exact trade again tomorrow, you'll most likely lose, right? So with that being said, this is a point in the market, right? When we're in the middle of a zone, whether you can see that we're in a 30-minute low, we're in the 30-minute in the middle of the zone. In the 4-hour, we're in the middle, and in the daily, we're in the middle. And you can see how it's giving everybody the signal that they want to see, right? If you're trading long in that daily time frame, it looks like, yeah, oh, this is where price is gonna stop and start going up, right? But if you really start breaking it down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? What do we know about the market? We know that we have two phases in the market, right? We have it where price is trending, where we have lower lows, lower highs the entire time, and the pullbacks are the trends going to the top side, and we know that we have consolidation, right? And right now, we had trends, right? Lower low, lower high, trended down, lower low, trended up, lower high, trended down, lower low. And now, instead of giving us a trend into a lower high, right, what did it do? It gave us consolidation, right? So could this be where price is going to continue to go down and continue the lower lows and lower highs? Most likely. See what I mean? So this is why I wait. What I was saying on CHFJPY before I even started looking for a trade on CHFJPY, personally for me, the way I'm going to be looking at it, I'm either gonna wait for a change of character, right, in that internal structure to start going back up. So if today it starts going up, cool, I'll let it go up today. What I'll wait for is a change of character and a break of structure. So if I miss the trade today, we'll most likely catch it either tomorrow or going into next week. Well, tomorrow's a bank holiday, I think, for JPY, right? So we'll most likely just be waiting for next week to catch the continuations going up, right? And if it goes down, again, we're in peak high territory. For me to catch the trades going short, I need to see a change of character below these zones first, and then we'll start looking for trades going short. But that's that was the example that I was giving today on CHFJ. That's why I'm not going to be looking at it. Again, personally, I'm not going to look at it until I get a change of character. So then, alright, let's take a look back at US 30. Let's see where we're at. We're 10 minutes out from the news. Price is still in these highs, right? The last 30-minute candle went down, rejected the lows. Now we're right back at these highs again. The same spot we've been in for the last couple minutes or the last couple hours. And Bitcoin at the top again gave us a fake engulfing candle, then went right back down, right? Again, what do we know about engulfing candles? What do we know about zones? If I'm trading higher highs and higher lows, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, which is where we're at right now. I don't want to see an engulfing candle in a higher high because I don't want to take a trade going long in a higher high. What do I want to do? I want to wait for a higher low, right? Once we get the confirmation that this is where we're going to make a higher low, then we go up and we take that trade, right? So we'll see what price wants to give us here after this news hits. We have 10 minutes, right? 9 minutes and 43 seconds. And again, guys, anything that you guys need me to explain again, anything that doesn't make sense that you guys want me to, go over again, or any pairs you guys want me to go look at, let me know. Whether or not they're on our list, just let me know. EuroCAD, I got you. So EuroCAD today, aside from everything else, right? We have STPs already done for the day, and right now we are in a 30-minute low and a 4-hour low. So EuroCAD is one that I have overall. Let's start from the top to the bottom, right? From the top, we're in an overall uptrend, right? But where are we in that overall uptrend? In that zone of consolidation, we're in the middle again. So that's number one. Number two, like now in the 4-hour, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, price consolidating. Right, in the 4-hour, we're rejecting the highs. What it looks like where price is rejecting the lows, we got to see what price is going to do now. Right, last week we had a week of drop. This week looks like price is going to finish on a week of drop. Right, so if we have 2 weeks of drop, we know that next week price is going to want to continue to go down. In the 30 minutes, same thing, 372. We had 2 days of drop. Today being the third day, price consolidated for a little bit, then pushed down and gave us that third day. Right, so that's exactly what we were expecting, right? Price to break, retest the zone, to then continue to push to the bottom. Right, so now at this point, right, today is already done for EuroCAD, right? But the next trades that we want to start seeing is price going to break and retest this to continue to go down, or is price going to turn around and start going up? That's really the only two things that we have left here for EuroCAD to happen. 55 seconds here, guys. Be right back, guys. Give me 2 seconds. See you guys again. I hope it all makes sense what I was explaining. Alright. I'm gonna wait it out here until NYC open 9:30 it looks like. So we can get some clean moves. fucking crazy. That's wild. Trying to see if price is gonna slow down. Let's see.
Right? We're still good for the day, right? So 9:30 NYC open is when this shit's gonna give us a real move here. So what I'm looking for something that tells me where price is gonna go definitely for the day, right? Right now we see that we have the first testing candle at the top of the zone. If this next green candle breaks the high, then we're done trading for the day, right? We know that price is gonna want to reach the high of the 30-minute zone, the 4-hour zone. So we'll wait for the 9:30 candle to close, and then we'll go on from there, guys. What happened, Shadow? What do you need, man? Tell me what do you need more than I need right now? Explain. Go ahead. Gave you food, gave you water, right? What else do you need? And that you have another cat in the house. Your sister's outside. Go bother her, man. Why are you bothering me for? Yo, yo, 50 Cent is hilarious. He really has nothing to do. Yo, jaws are crazy. See that Bitcoin is on the same thing. What's the word? What I missed? Nothing, nothing. We're just still just looking at the charts. Nah, nothing yet. CHF JPY started to push up. Let's take a look at it real quick. Not bad. See how price reacts once we get to these highs here. Shadow, what are you doing? What happened? Do you need me to just take all these? I got you. Here you go. Is that what you needed? What happened, Mama? You okay? You okay now? You good? Jesus, dude. Today I gotta start packing, start putting things away, and get ready to move. So I'm gonna give this till usual time. Then we'll go ahead and move on if we need to, right? So hey, that hurt. Ow. Hey, ow, hey, ow, ow, ow. You scratched me. Alright. Bitcoin pushing on up. US 30 on the same thing. Or if we take a step back, look at the 30-minute. Right, again, just price continuing to push to the top side, so I wouldn't even mark this, right? I'd say that this is a whole zone. We're trading between this low, this high. We reached the 4-hour highs. Zoom out one more time. Let's figure out where we're at, what price wants to do. Right, we reached the 4-hour highs. We have the 30-minute high upcoming. So let's see if price is gonna reject. Right, we have 34 seconds for 9:30 to open. Nine thirty hit, crazy candle. Right, exhaustion came in on that previous candle. I'm gonna look at this in every single time frame, as much data as possible. Right, so the 15 could be interesting. 1 minute could be interesting too. Right, so let's see what price wants to do here. Might be done for today, guys, to be honest. We might just have to wait for might be done for today. We'll just have to wait for next week most likely, guys. Again, remember this is the last week of the month, right? We're at the end of the month already. So a lot of these pairs are just gonna consolidate for the most part. I'm gonna still keep an eye on US 30 though. I'm not convinced that this is gonna be the move for the day. There you go. See what I mean? That shit is pushing down now. All right, I'm gonna wait this out in the 15-minute time frame. If we could get a 15-minute engulfing, right? The 5-minute wouldn't be valid. 30-minute could be valid too. I just don't like how big that wick is. 15-minute looks the strongest. Um, right, and the reason I say that is because yeah, we have a top wick here on the green candle that's pretty large, right? Pause. But then we had the red candle that was once a strong green candle turned into an exhaustion candle, right? So if we could get this red candle that's an exhaustion candle to be the engulfing for the green green red, where all three candles have a top and bottom wick, right? The second green candle closed above the first green candle wick. The red candle was once green, turned into an exhaustion, gave us the engulfing. We'll have 7 minutes here to wait, right? In comparison to the 5 minute, the first green candle, right? The second one didn't close above the wick, so this wouldn't be valid. And the red candle going down in the 5 minute doesn't have a top wick, right? And then here in the 1 minute, I'm just waiting to see what price wants to do, right? We rejected these highs, which is a 30-minute high. We had higher high, higher low, higher high. Now price gave us a change of character. So I'm just following the trends, right? Wherever price wants to go, I just want to make sure I get in where price is gonna make the move for the day, right? So I'm gonna wait for this confirmation in the 15-minute time frame. We have 6 minutes, and then we'll go on from there. On Bitcoin, same thing, right? Green, green, second green candle closed above the red. Red candle was once a strong green candle going down. We have 21 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Nothing in the 15. 5 minute could be solid too, right? Same thing, green, green, red. Once this green candle was a green, this red candle was once a green candle, was above the zone, went right back down. So we have a minute 27. If we could get a candle closure, that would be fantastic here. And then we'll just have to wait and see what price wants to do. Right, so US 30 will give it 15 minutes. Then we'll go from there. Price gives us this engulfing in 5 minutes. We'll see if we can get a nice entry on that. Yo, this dude Eric is he's getting paid, bro, for sure. What long do we have? We have a minute six. Still looking good. We want to close below. If we close below, we'll be looking good. We have a change of character, trading between that high and this low. Let's see if we can get the entry here. What was that other pair? CHRJPY. Let's see how that finished out. Alright, so we had test, next green candle, break, and bro, I do not, oh, it does small wick. Okay. Broke above these highs, perfect. Right, the next zone we have to take an account for is this one here. Right, remember, is this where price is gonna reject to go back down, or is price gonna break these highs to continue that push to the top side? Because remember, we're still trading between this high and this low. So this could be still the lower high section that we're talking about. And why am I not looking for this trade as of right now still? Is we could argue, right, and say that this break here, we didn't get a clean break, right, until we got here, right, from this zone. So I'm looking for a stronger confirmation that price is turning around to start doing lower lows, lower highs, instead of getting in here and getting trapped into the fact that we're still in higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So I'm we see in the 30-minute, right, or in the 15-minute, we have that engulfing, just perfect. I'm gonna wait for a stronger confirmation in a lower time frame, right, and we'll get it on the continuation. These trades up here at the top are a little bit more of an aggressive trade, right? Understanding that this could turn into a type 1 pattern, right? Consolidation, we break out of the top, create a double top to then go down, right? This move that we were looking for up here, we might not get it up here, we might get it down here. So I want to wait for that stronger confirmation in a lower time frame. So let's see if we could get that. We'll give this a few minutes, right? Today we don't have any news, so this is just going to move based on volume for the day. So we'll take a look at it, we'll keep an eye on it. Alright, let's see what price does in these lows here. Right, we got a change of character. It's looking good. Closing back down below the change of character, we want to get a confirmation. Remember, those three candles right on the zone, right? Testing, testing, testing. This candle is still testing, right? It's a strong red candle, right? We're gonna have to wait and see for this next 1 minute candle. Is it gonna close below or is it gonna go right back on the zone again? We zoom out. Again, we know we had higher high, higher low, and what I was saying, higher high. Again, we don't want to play into what they're doing. We don't want to play into the, oh, price is going down, let's get in now. No, we have to wait for structure to shift, right? And that's the problem with US 30. It's such a big pair and it's so volatile that this is how they trap traders. They make you believe that, hey, price is going to turn around, but then realistically speaking, we're not there yet. Right now, the 30 minute is looking interesting, right? We have green, green, red candle. Same thing as a 15. If we could get an engulfing on the 30 and we could get an engulfing on the 15, then we are, and price is continuing that downtrend, then we know where price is going to want to go, right? So again, we had the break, or I'm sorry, we had test, 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 test. The next one is a green candle that went right back up to the zone, right? If we put a line again, horizontal line, we can see that the next red candle, this one went right back to the zone, tapped it, started going down again. So all these candles are still testing. None of these are confirmations that, hey, prices is starting to shift, right? So we don't want to get trapped into getting into these sells, right? For price to just trap us, hit our stop loss, and then go, right? We want to wait for the confirmation. Alright. 10 o'clock about to hit. Take a look. What are the 30 minute? 15 seconds. We have the green, red, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. The only thing I don't like about this entry is that the change of character, right? The break, we didn't get a clean break of structure of the zone. So I will not be getting into this trade. Price would have given us a clean break of these lows, I would have felt a lot more confident taking this trade. But that is not the case. Right, so I'm going to give these charts a few more minutes just to breathe. Right? And I'll be done here. And then we'll be back again tonight. Yeah, today's Thursday. We'll be back tonight. We'll do the isolation session. And then tonight I'll let you guys know if I'll do a live session tomorrow morning. And again, the session for Sunday, we might not be able to do it because again, I'm moving. I don't know if I'll have everything set up in time, you know, having the internet and having access to the PC. I don't know if I'll have time, but for sure we'll most likely we'll be back on Monday. I'll try to set up everything before Monday, and then we'll come back from that. So as you can see now, if we would have taken these trades, we would have been already in drawdown, right? So waiting it out, waiting to see what's gonna happen here. Again, at this point, if we would have taken these trades, we would have been in nasty drawdown. So take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Where we at with this? I love Bitcoin in the 1 hour. If I don't get a confirmation on Bitcoin in the 1 hour, I'm not gonna trade it. The 1 or the 30 minute. Right, and right now we're still waiting to see if price is gonna reach the 30-minute high or if price is gonna turn back around. Alright, so yeah, US 30 is just disrespecting these zones, guys. Again, this is why being patient pays. If we don't get the right confirmations, we don't have the right entries. Right, before I get off, let's look at CHFJPY. Right, CHFJPY. First candle went above that zone that we were talking about. The next candle has to be a green candle above the zone. That's a 1 hour. And the 30-minute time frame, same thing. Right, and that candle doesn't have a bottle wick. So, not a strong push to the top side. So that's pretty much it for me today, guys. I'm not expecting price to go down just yet. USD CAD still moving counter, right? 30, we can still see how it's just in that zone, just playing around, right? So I don't have time to be messing around with US 30 like that, right? We don't want to get trapped into these positionings. So we're gonna go ahead and just call it a day here, guys, and then we'll be back again tomorrow, man. We'll be back tonight, and again, we'll let you know if we'll be back on this tonight, or if we'll be back on this tomorrow morning. Alright, guys, peace out. GG's.